Welcome back. We're back working on the Sunbug project, and we're out taking it for its very first drive in over 30 years. Backing it out of the garage and back in. It still has no brakes. I'm only using the emergency brake to move it. And now I need to get started addressing some of the rust issues that I pointed out in the previous video. It's a sign. It's a sign that there's a rust hole. I purchased a replacement battery tray. This one is made by Clocker Home. It fits a variety of years, so you gotta kind of make it fit. Repair, pretty straightforward. Cut the old one out. I had to remove the tube that goes for the heater control cable first. I didn't show that in the video. An air-powered cutoff wheel works the best for cutting the old tray out, and I used a pair of tin snips to neaten up the edges. I cut the hole so the tray would be about 1/4 inch of overlap all around to give me a little bit more solid metal to weld to. Now the replacement tray lines do not match up with the floorboard, so this is what I had to correct with this panel. I need to flatten the two outside dimples and make the center one a little bit smaller to resemble the new battery tray better. Used a pair of welding clamps to flatten out the outside ones and a hammer and a shrinking dolly. And the center one, I took another dolly with a C-clamp and squashed it flat, and then kind of smoothed it out a little bit to resemble the new line it needed to be at. Before I cut the old panel out, I measured with a straight edge across from the ledge of the floor, so I would put the new panel back to the same exact depth as the original one. So with everything fit the way I liked, I ground all the edges down and started to spot weld all around. I use an old Millermatic 140, I believe. It's a 110 MIG welder. I've had it for years. It works really well. I had only 2 spots where it burned through, so I slowly went and filled in the hole with the spot welding. I went around and closed up everything in the end, so it's a continuous bead all around. With all the welding done up top, I went underneath the car and cleaned up a little bit of the edges below, and had to hammer and dolly a few little spots underneath and hit a few spot welds all around on the bottom side of it also. So in the end, all I need to do now is, after cleaning it up, is a quick coat of primer, and I am going to seam seal the top and the bottom of all the weld work, and it'll be a virtually invisible repair.